Hello and good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar session brought to you by Old Dominion University, USA and Siksha.com. Student, in this session, the presenter in the university will be talking about the Master in Engineering Management program that they offer to the international students. So before we start, I would like to introduce our presenters from the university. So we have Mr. Stephen Risch, who is the Director of International Admissions at the university. And our second presenter is Mr. Jonathan Clay, who is the Recruitment Coordinator and Admissions Advisor at the university. Thank you, both of you, for joining us today. Students, for all of you, just to share with you, if you have questions, please post your questions in the question section. We will take all the questions at the end of the session. And in case you want to ask questions directly to the presenters, please click on the raise hand tab. We will unmute you and you can ask your questions directly to them. I would now request Jonathan to please start with the session. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you all for joining us. We're very excited to be able to connect with you, whether you've connected with us before via email or in previous webinars with Shiksha.com. We're very much excited to be able to kind of dive a little bit deeper in one of our programs. Today we'll be discussing our engineering management program. Of course, if you have any questions, we'll make sure we have time for the Q&A session after the presentation. So make sure if you have any questions, write them down or be ready to unmute yourself after that so we'll be able to target those questions. But welcome, Old Dominion University. I'm very excited to be able to talk a little bit about it, mostly because, of course, as a faculty member, it's my job, but I'm also an ODU alum. So I love talking about the university, love talking about my experiences here, and all about what ODU does to make sure that ODU students are ready for the workforce. So as you see here, we are a top national research institution. We're very big on research, very big on hands-on learning experiences. So of course, being in the classroom is great. Academics are important, but we want to make sure that you are well-rounded and also have the technical capabilities to be ready for the workforce after you graduate. So a little bit about location before we talk a little bit more about the university. Location, we're located in Norfolk, Virginia. We're right there in the heart of the East Coast of the United States. We're conveniently located near different areas. Of course, we're about an hour away from the state capital of Richmond, Virginia, and also about 3 hours away from the nation's capital of Washington, D.C. Also being on the East Coast opens a lot of opportunities for business. Of course, we're one of the largest ports in the eastern coast of Virginia, so it opens a lot of opportunities for business, also opens a lot of opportunities for management roles, specifically for engineering management roles as well. We are also only right down the street from the largest Navy base in the entire world, of Norfolk Naval Station, so of course it opens a lot of opportunities for employment, internship possibilities, and things like that for our students. So a little bit of a holistic view of ODU. We're made up of 25,000 students. 19,000 of those are undergraduate students. Around 6,000 are graduate level students. We're broken up into 7 different academic colleges. So depending on the program, you'll be categorized in a different academic college, of course. Engineering management will be under the College of Engineering. A number to kind of keep in mind, 33 Chev Awards. So Chev Awards are state level, Virginia level awards given to faculty members for either excellence in the classroom or excellence on research, working with either community or students. We actually have the second most Chev Awards in the state of Virginia. So something to keep in mind that you are going to be working with award-winning faculty members that do care very much about their students. So you'll be able to get those one-on-one opportunities with those professors. Also, holistically with our students at the undergrad and graduate level, we have around a 17:1 student to faculty ratio. So of course, our average class size is around 24, mostly for the undergrad side, but once you're in the graduate level, your class sizes are going to be closer to that 12, 11 range. Something we also do recommend is, of course, getting involved. Getting involved at ODU is one of the biggest things that we do make sure we push our students to do. We have over 300 different clubs or organizations for students to get involved with, whether they're academic related, whether they're religious or political affiliated, they can be sports related, all that kind of stuff. There's tons of things for students to be able to dive deep, get engaged, and meet other students here on campus. I'll talk also a little bit about that towards the end of the presentation. Of course, today we'll be talking about our engineering management program at the graduate level. Of course, we have nearly 100 different undergraduate programs to choose from, over 60 graduate level degree programs to choose from as well. And of course, dining on campus, there's tons of different experiences that you'll be able to witness within that. We have over 17 different dining locations to choose from here on campus, and that is also growing in the years to come as well. So going into the engineering management program, of course, this program is going to provide more of a foundation and necessary skills and knowledge and abilities required to design and manage technology-based, project-driven enterprise. So the program does focus on problems, design, management, projects, and complex operations. And it's a little bit more grounded in the solid principles of system science, and then also being able to utilize the tools of management science, project management, and it emphasizes the technological leadership and concentrates on developing knowledge and skills required for projects, program management, and of course, being able to develop management technology intensive organizational settings. So pretty much where you're going to be looking, of course, is the capabilities of engineering, but also the capabilities of managing in these engineering environments. So whether that's different employment opportunities, which we will talk about today as well. It does have a bit of more of a range for that. So a lot of students do come to this program, might be coming from a possible focus shift, whether they're more engineering based or they might be a little bit more business side based. Of course, it does have the focus within the math and science of engineering. So those are the types of students that we are looking for this program, but it does offer a little bit more opportunities within range and managerial responsibilities when you go into the workforce. So a little bit, some of the highlights from this program, of course, is the ASEM Excellence Award recipient. So again, you are working with these award-winning faculty members, award-winning program, being able to focus a little bit more on the hands-on learning experience. This program is offered online and on campus. So if you are looking for a possible online program to pursue while in your home country, this program may be beneficial for you. And of course, we do offer the Master's in Science and also the Master's in Engineering Management. So there is a little bit of a difference for that. The Master's in Engineering Management is 30 credits. It has a capstone project included in there, where the Master's of Science, I believe it's a few less credits, around 26 credits with a possible research built into that program as well. So that'll be kind of a little bit of a different shift for some of the students that might be deciding to do a thesis, which will be the Master's in Science, or not doing a thesis, which will include the capstone project. Again, some of the career opportunities that are able to choose from for these engineering management graduates. Of course, we have architectural or engineering managers, general and operations managers, industrial production managers, operations research analysts. So again, kind of a little bit more of a range within the types of engineering that you might have a focus on. So of course, if you had a different focus at the undergraduate level, or if you had a previous master's and you kind of wanted to take that to the next level or expand that, this is what that program will allow you to do. For the application process, it's fairly simple. Of course, we want to work with you as closely as possible to make sure that this goes as smooth as possible. It is an online application. You just go to odu.edu/apply. Some of the deadlines to keep in mind: April 15th for the fall semester, October 1st for the spring intake, or February 1st for the summer. These are what we consider soft deadlines. So if you are applying after these deadlines, that is okay, just as long as it's not too far after. We want to make sure that the application process, we allow time to be able to review your documents, and also allow time for the visa process that may take a bit depending on which consulate you'll be attending. So for some of the required items, of course, the $50 application fee, official university or college transcripts. For the university or college transcripts, we will also need degree verification. So you're either your diploma or graduation certificate. These will need to be translated in English, if not already. And then, of course, official test scores, TOEFL, IELTS, GMAT, GRE, etc. And then, of course, we'll go through the I-20 process with you if you are admitted. So for today's session, of course, if you email us or email Shiksha and they connect you with us, we'll be happy to waive the application fee. And then, of course, I'll take it on from there. Some of the requirements specific to this program, of course, they are looking for students with a 4-year degree. Some students do look to apply with a 3-year degree, but for this program, we are looking for that 4-year degree possibility. Of course, we are looking to see if you attended an ABET accredited program, and of course, the GPA is around a 3.0 or higher is what we're looking for specifically for this program. Of course, we'll talk about a little bit about TOEFL and English proficiency exams as well. But these are going to be a little bit more of that program-related requirements. Of course, looking at the engineering fundamentals, physics, calculus courses. These are the types of courses that we are going to want to see within your transcripts. With English proficiency requirement, there are different avenues that you could utilize. Of course, the TOEFL, the internet-based, we are looking for a 79 or higher, or 550 on the paper-based. IELTS 6.5 overall. If you are taking the GRE, if you are receiving certain scores in these areas that you see here in the verbal reasoning or verbal, that will satisfy the requirement as well. I know we've gotten increased inquiries about the PTE. We do accept the PTE academic test of 53 or higher. Currently, for this coming semester, we are currently accepting Duolingo. It may be in transition of being a permanent possibility for our students, but of course, for this next coming semester, we are currently accepting the Duolingo score of a 105 or higher. Also, before we jump into campus resources, I did want to mention, of course, with the GRE, they are looking to still require the GRE. However, they are accepting the GRE take-home test. So if that is an option for you, they are accepting that score as well. And they are looking for around a 150 or higher in the GRE qualitative portion. So of course, with campus resources, we look at the student as holistically as possible. We're going to talk about, of course, academics. We're going to talk about being able to grow socially, academically, professionally. And this is where you're going to kind of see within the campus resources offered at our university that kind of sets us apart from most universities in the United States. With personal and professional development, of course, there's counseling services. We also have Career Development Center. So the Career Development Center is a great resource to utilize for our students. This is where you'll be able to go and work on your resume, work on possible interview etiquette, answer hard interview questions. You'll also be able to go in there to look for internships, also employment opportunities for after you graduate. This is a service that is allowed to help students, either current students or even alums. So even after you graduate, you're looking for a possible change in employment, you are able to utilize the services as well. Which is, of course, included for all our students. And of course, the Visa and Immigration Services Office, they're an amazing office. The faculty members working in this office are very passionate working with international students, so they'll be able to assist you, of course, with any visa-related needs that you might have, or even possible OPT paperwork, all that kind of stuff after you graduate. Student life, we have the Office of Intercultural Relations. I'll talk a little bit about this office later on as well. This is an office where you'll be connected with other international students, other domestic students, experience all the different cultures available on campus. And of course, we also have our leadership and student involvement, which oversee a lot of our clubs and organizations here on campus. Health and wellness, we have our student recreation center. It's one of my favorite buildings here on campus. Huge workout facility, of course, to stay healthy while you're here on campus, and of course, our student health services. So of course, international students are required to get health insurance, the international student health insurance, and you'll be able to utilize that through our student health services as well. Of course, employment and OPT is a huge, subject for international students with choosing a program. We do offer on-campus employment. So we do offer part-time employment, which is up to 20 hours per week. So you are able to work here on campus. Internships, of course, you are eligible for that after completing an academic year here at ODU. And then, of course, OPT opportunities. We want to make sure that we work with you to make sure that you are utilizing that if that's something that you are interested in. We want to make sure that you have something possibly lined up, and also making sure that you're up to date with all the paperwork and required paperwork with OPT within our Visa and Immigration Office as well. So of course, when choosing a program, when choosing a university, you are choosing a possible home for the next, 2, 3, if you're going for undergrad, 4 years. So of course, We want to make sure that you are comfortable and you are finding something that's going to be most beneficial for you. So of course, with diversity and inclusion, that's something that ODU really strives on. We're one of the most diverse universities in the United States. Of course, we do have a very, very strong Indian population. Of course, we have our ISA, Indian Student Association, here on campus. We also have a strong Indian community within the Hampton Roads area, within the 7 cities surrounding Norfolk, Virginia. So of course, we also have OIR, Office of Intercultural Relations. This is where, an office that I do highly recommend a lot of international students stop by and get involved with. They have the Global Monarch Club. This is an organization where you can be matched up with a mentor or mentee and being able to kind of share the experiences that you have here at ODU, share your cultures, and also kind of just get a little bit more adjusted while you're here on campus. Of course, there's tons of different events going on around the area or even on campus, whether it's the Taste of India annual event that we have Cultural Explosion Festival, we celebrate Diwali here on campus within our Indian community. So there's always tons of stuff to do, there's always tons of stuff to get involved with, and many different cultures to interact with while you're here as well. So of course, if you have any questions later on, I highly recommend please take down our information. You can either reach us specifically at the Office of International Admissions, or if you have any, of course, any more program-specific questions, feel free to reach out to the Office of Engineering Management and Systems Engineering. Our emails and phone numbers and websites are located here on the screen as well. And I want to thank you all again for sitting through the presentation, and I hope you guys have amazing questions, and we'll be able to start that now.
Thank you so much, Jonathan. And students, we will start taking questions now. And if you want to ask questions directly to Jonathan or Stephen, please click on raise hand tab. I will unmute you and you can ask your questions directly.
And actually, before we go to the first question, Laxmi, if you don't mind, I want to open the floor to my director, Steve, if he wants to say any few words before students go ahead and start asking the questions.
Sorry, I did not.
Oh, no, not a problem. I just wanted to open the floor to my director, Steve, to
Sure. No problem. Stephen, please.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Laxmi, for hosting our session today. I just wanted to welcome everyone, and we have a lot of information to share. And of course, the best opportunity for you is to ask us some questions. Before we do that, I just wanted to reiterate a couple of things. One that Jonathan pointed out was about the diversity of our university. We are a very diverse university with students from over 90 countries. We do have a very vibrant Indian community here that's very much integrated into the campus. And we have an Indian Student Association that provides a number of programs throughout the year. So there are opportunities for students to get involved, and we certainly encourage that. The other thing I just wanted to point out was just the number of opportunities that are here at the university, both with graduate assistantships and with internships. We have a very strong network within our graduate programs that provide students with opportunities. We aren't an extremely large university where those opportunities may be more fewer and far between. So our size certainly gives a greater opportunity for our students to seek out and explore those opportunities. I would say that's one of our biggest advantages, or something that kind of something to consider when you're looking for a university is what types of opportunities are there, and the number of opportunities, and also the types of opportunities. So I just wanted to kind of reiterate those few things that Jonathan already spoke about. So anyhow, I think we can just start taking questions, if that's okay.
Okay, thank you, Stephen. I'm going to start with the first student. The first student I'm going to unmute is Umadi Thanvir. Umadi, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hi,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. What kind of questions can we help you out with?
Yeah, is that GRA, at what score it was cut off for the GRA and IELTS and TOEFL?
Sure. So with the GRE, they are looking for a 150 GRE in the qualitative section. That's mostly what they're mostly interested in within the GRE score. With the TOEFL, if you are taking the internet-based, we are looking for a 79 or higher, or 550 if you're taking the paper-based. For the IELTS, we're looking for a 6.5 overall.
Okay. In GRA, it's our matters.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
In GRA, only the score is matters. In any, it's the AWA is there, no?
I'm sorry, I'm having a little bit of trouble hearing you.
In GRA, it's AWA matters.
The hours?
Yeah.
No, I don't believe so.
Okay. What about the placements, internships?
Placements for like assistantships.
Okay. Inside
Or
the campus or any?
go
Oh,
on.
for placements for employment opportunities. So of course, there are possibilities for employment on campus. Typically, if you're within this program, you might want to look for something possibly more administrative. However, this program does not offer graduate assistantships. So graduate assistantships during the program won't be available. But of course, employment opportunities after the graduation can kind of range. So students have gone over to work in product development, manufacturing, construction, design and engineering, those kind of fields.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much, Kamadi, for your question. Moving to next student, I am going to unmute Rahul GB. Rahul, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello. Hi all. Hello. And hi Steve. Hi Jonathan. Can you hear me?
Yes, thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. As I know that it's one of the reputed organization in America and as well as Virginia, I just want to ask, will there be any scholarships provided to the international students? Because for the tuition fees and all.
Yeah.
Sure. So typically, at the graduate level, we don't offer scholarships. Typically, those would be in the forms of graduate assistantships.
Okay.
However, for this program, there's currently not any assistantships available. So those won't be available for this program specifically.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for clearing me out.
No problem.
Yeah.
Sometimes students
Thank you, Rahul.
scholarship once they come to campus. It may or may not even be within their academic department. There's other departments on campus that hire graduate assistants. So some of our students wait until they actually come here to the university, and then they seek out assistantship opportunities.
Thank you so much, Stephen. Moving to next student, I am going to unmute Bhargav Pechetti. Bhargav, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello, Jonathan and Steve. This is Bhargav from India. So I
Hello.
have appeared for this session previously, and I have asked questions to Jonathan and Steve as well. I'm happy to have this opportunity again. My question is that I have 1 month ago I've applied for ODU. My application status says the GRE and the IELTS score is pending, but I have recently sent my scores of GRE to ODU, but they are not reflecting here. It's been a week already.
I see. So we could definitely check on that for you. Of course, we'll just need to take a little bit of extra digging. If you go ahead and email us, either at the email there on your screen, make sure that after the session, I'll look for that email now, and then we'll be able to take a look at that, and I'll connect with you.
Sir, what was your
Okay.
name again? Your surname?
My surname is Pechetti, sir. Shall I? I'm typing it into the chat box here.
Yeah. Yeah. If you could spell it out.
On your, I'll send it to you on the chat.
Okay. Yeah, we can look into that and get right back to you. Thanks.
And I have a couple of more questions. I'm not sure whether this is relevant to this session or not. The course that I have applied for is Masters in Data Science program. I want to go in for spring semester, I mean spring intake, but there is no option to select such an option. It says I have applied for fall 2022. I want to know whether this program is available for Jan intake or not.
Yeah, so
I
we
have
should be
tried.
able to go ahead and defer the application to the coming spring semester. So again, we'll get in contact with you and just check up on the application, and afterwards you can just let us know that you would like to defer the application, and we'll be.
Jonathan, sorry to interrupt. The application says it got submitted for 22 fall.
Mhm. Okay, and you want to
21
move it
fall.
up to this
Yes.
coming
I want
January.
to move it up. Yes.
Yeah, so
And
there's still time to do that, so we'll be able to do that for you.
okay, sir. Is there? I mean, I see an option to upload documents. Could I just upload my PTE score there, because I want to send the scores if I get the admission first. So
Yeah,
is
so
it
something with
okay?
our application, and that's a good question just for other students to know as well. We do accept unofficial documents for the admissions process. So if you do have unofficial scores or unofficial transcripts, diplomas, things like that, you're able to upload those. We'll accept that, and we'll just ask for the official copies if you're admitted when you come to check into campus.
Okay, that helps. And another question is that I have recently taken the GRE and my score is 306 overall. And I have got 157 on quant side and 149 on verbal side. But here I heard the cutoff is 150 for verbal side. Whether is it admissible score or what?
Yeah, so you still have the possibility of being admitted. With the score for the GRE, this is more of a roundabout score they're looking for. So I don't believe they have a hard cutoff depending on what your mark sheets are going to be looking like as well. So if you're very close to that score, I would still recommend, of course, submitting and applying.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I
go ahead.
have submitted my score, but it's not reflecting on the website as I have notified.
I see. So if did you upload the score or did you submit it through ETS?
I have selected the university after the examination, during the examination.
When did you take the exam?
It's 20th August.
Okay, we still haven't received it yet. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the website, it says it has been sent on September 1st.
Okay. Well, it's still. We just had a 3-day weekend, so we were off. The university was closed since Friday, so it
Okay.
takes some time for everything to catch up. The other thing, I'm just clarifying with the data science and analytics program is brand new. It's in its first year, actually, first full year. And I believe that for this first go around, they may only be admitting for fall semester only. But
Okay.
we can clarify that and get back to you if it's possible for you to change to the spring semester. So.
Sure, that really helps. And so can I hope that this program is also available for spring?
Well, we have to confirm with the graduate program director directly,
Sure.
because I'm not seeing that it is currently offered in the spring to begin the program in the spring. But let us confirm and get back to you about that.
I appreciate that, sir.
All right.
And Yes. The next question is that being it is a new course and it is the very first year this university is launching it, what is the possibility of getting graduate assistance or any other scholarships? Because last time you said the percentage of scholarships allocated to these program is far less compared to other programs.
Yeah, because it's a newer program, there aren't a lot of assistantships that are offered in this program right now. That's not to say that that may change, or there may be other opportunities within the university to get an assistantship. But for right now, there's not a lot of funding that's available for this program. Again, because it's a brand new program. So usually when programs start off, sometimes they don't have as much funding available to them, and then that grows over time. So there may be we can't really say for sure if there's in a year it may be a totally different situation. So yeah,
So,
unfortunately right now there aren't many available for this particular program.
okay, this brings me to ask this question, sir. That is, being it's a new program, should I expect a compromise on quality of education and the number of opportunities that I can expect after the end of the program?
Certainly not. This program actually, so what this program is, it's an interdisciplinary program under the graduate school. So although the actual degree program is new, the content and the faculty that are teaching in it is not new. What it does is it combines interdisciplinary approach, meaning that they take professors and classes that they offer from a variety of different areas. Specifically, this would come mostly from computer science, business analytics. There's a number of different areas where statistics. So those are the disciplines or the departments that these professors are teaching from. So it's not, this is kind of a newer well, it's not really a newer concept, but it's becoming a more and more popular concept within US universities where they have these interdisciplinary types of programs. And it's really based on, current industry needs and where things have kind of evolved. So there's been a greater need for this data analytics over the past year, a growing need. So universities step in and say, okay, we're gonna review course offerings that we already have and make this degree program so it's meeting the needs and the demands of of the industry, so to speak. So it's not really, there's other areas like we have some other multidisciplinary type programs in biomedical sciences, for example. Also cybersecurity, that's another one that's a huge program that's considered interdisciplinary here at ODU. So that's just a few examples of other degree programs that we offer that are considered interdisciplinary. So it's not a brand new professors and teaching faculty or even a brand new class offerings. It's just reconstructing what we already have and offer and offering a degree. So what is exciting about it though is that it is new, and I think there will be, there's been a lot of interest in this program. Same with our cybersecurity program, and it's kind of exploded. So I think the trajectory of the program is very positive, and I would say that I would think that in the next year or two there will be more and more opportunities for research and for internships and for assistantships. It's just right now, because it's in its kind of foundation stage of the program, that the opportunities just aren't quite there yet. But knowing or seeing what we're already seeing, I think it's definitely headed in a positive direction.
Okay, thanks. That sounds a bit hopeful and positive, but I had this doubt, one more doubt, that not having the seniors for this particular program, so I feel I'll have far less guidance sources when it comes to asking questions
Yeah.
from students. I should totally depend on professors, I feel.
Well, right now we're kind of creating the pioneer class for this program. So, you know, in the coming semesters, we'll have students that have been in the program and perhaps, you know, more details to share with prospective students.
Okay, so what kind of opportunities are available at campus for on-campus jobs for students?
Yeah, so as we mentioned earlier, even with engineering management, there aren't a lot of graduate assistantships that are available to for students in that program. So, but we do have a number of other. So there's two types of graduate assistantships really. There's those that are offered directly by the academic departments, and then there's those that are offered by different administrative offices or administrative functioning areas or colleges or divisions within the university that offer some positions. So we just started our new semester last week, our new academic year last week, and we had quite a number of students in different programs that were out. You know, they were looking for assistantships on campus, and I can tell you that some of them have been successful in finding them. Some of the jobs that they secured, for example, are with tech support. They're called TSPs. I know that they usually hire grad assistants. They're the ones that are assigned to different functioning areas within the university for tech issues, or you know, to go from office to office to install software or to help troubleshoot situations. So a lot of our students, you know, they can get, you know, they find assistantships doing that. And then there may be some, you know, assistantships that are maybe working for a particular program in an administrative role, maybe working in an office, managing a program, or doing a variety of different administrative tasks or duties. It just really depends. And what these assistantships are, so we don't really call them scholarships. Scholarships here in the US, that's a term that's really used at the undergraduate level for bachelor students. Basically, a scholarship is usually merit-based, meaning it's based on your grades and your marks, and that's how it's earned. With a graduate assistantship, your grades and your marks, they do matter in order to get the opportunity or to compete to receive an assistantship. But actually, the assistantship is a much better opportunity because it's actually a job, a position on campus where you are working and gaining experience. And then the financial side of that, usually it gives you a discount on the tuition and fees. Some of them are 50%, some of them are 62%, which gives you the equivalent of what we call in-state tuition. And some of them are 100%, although the 100% assistantships are normally 95% of the time they are for PhD programs. The 50% and the 62% are for masters usually. So also with that tuition waiver, you get kind of a stipend. A stipend is like a salary or a monthly, you know, usually it's by semester. You get a specific amount, and those amounts can vary from $3,000 to $5,000 or $6,000 per semester. So that kind of covers your living expenses, perhaps. So it reduces the amount of tuition and fees that you have to pay. It reduces it significantly. So that's just kind of an overview of our graduate assistantships as a whole, both the job side of it and then the financial side of it. So,
Sir, when you say merit, is it based on the semester scores that I have received after joining, or already my graduation percentage and GRE scores, English
usually it's
scores?
gonna
What
it's
matters?
from your marks from your bachelor's degree. Honestly, that's what they're gonna look at, because when you arrive here, you don't have any marks, you don't have any grades yet. You haven't established a GPA. GPA is grade point average. That's how we use here in the U.S. Whereas in India, you use marks. Usually, you get a percentage of marks on a scale of 0 to 100, or some programs have 0 to 10. But it's usually from your bachelor's degree, your marks, as well as your GRE scores and your TOEFL IELTS. That's what they're going to look at. You know, in terms of merit-based decisions for assistantships. It's a good question.
Yeah. So, Bhargav, do you have any further question? Otherwise, we will move to the next student.
Sure. I have one last question. With that, I'll close. Sir, so my scores after the first semester will not be considered towards merit to give any assistance or any other job?
Not necessarily. They may be if you're applying for a job later on. Yes, of course, they would be considered.
All right,
But
thanks, Steve.
When
Thanks,
you
Jonathan.
first arrive, you're not going to have an established GPA, so you won't. It's not even, you know, they won't consider that at all, because you don't have a GPA until after your first semester is completed.
Correct, sir. Understood. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for your time. Thank you. Wish you a good day.
Thank you, Bhargav, for your questions. Moving to next student, I am going to unmute Navya. Navya K. Navya, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah, hello. Hello, this is Navya. Hello.
Yes, Navya, please ask your question.
Yeah, Jonathan, my question is that you suggested about some intern assistantship. So if I apply for masters in computer science, so what are the probability or chances of getting into an assistantship?
Our computer science program is one of our bigger programs, and it's actually one of the bigger ones that offers the more probability for assistantship. Again, assistantships may not be likely in coming to your first year. However, many of our students do possibly obtain assistantships after their first or second semester. So those are the assistantships that Steve's mentioned that you're going to start kind of seeing the 62% tuition fee waiver. So that would be included in those possible assistantships.
Okay, but apart from ODUs, I have heard some universities they might offer an assistantship just after we receive the admit, and we might approach any professor through emails and he might take our test or any interview or a written kind of test, and once he just qualifies or declares us eligible to do the assistantship, we might get a chance of getting an assistantship, right? So is that possible in ODU?
There is still the possibility of obtaining an assistantship your first semester. So again, these are not as likely, but still a possibility. So if you are admitted, you do have, of course, the opportunity to reach out to either the graduate program director or the professors and search for these possible assistantships before you start your first class.
Okay, and one more question, like I did not have the clarity regarding the IELTS score and GRE score. Is it IELTS and GRE, or is it only if we take only IELTS, or if we take only GRE, it will be fine?
So it depends on which portions of the GRE you are taking. However, most students do take the IELTS just because, of course, it assists with the visa interview, having an IELTS score. So the IELTS score that we are looking for is a 6.5 overall or higher.
Okay, so in case if we take IELTS score, there is no requirement for GRE, right?
GRE will still be required. So GRE is more of an academic requirement, but certain portions of the GRE may be able to waive the English proficiency requirement. I can actually go back to that slide there for you. So if you take the verbal reasoning or verbal portions of the GRE and you receive these scores displayed on the screen, that will waive the English proficiency requirement. But the GRE will still be required depending on the program. So if you are applying for computer science, I believe they're still requiring the GRE. They may be able to waive it if you're not able to take it because of the pandemic. But as an academic requirement, that'll be through the program where the admissions office will require proof of English proficiency. So that'll be either through the GRE, IELTS, or TOEFL.
Okay, thank you for giving clarity.
No problem, thank you.
Thank you so much, Navya. Moving to next student, I am going to unmute Rohit Jain. Rohit, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah. Hi, Jonathan and Stephen. So
Hello.
I have few questions. This is the first time I'm attending any webinar for masters. So I have heard in the first two semesters, we are not allowed to do internships or assistantships in US. So it is true or just another rumor?
So there's still the possibility of assistantships and internships, of course. With assistantships, again, these are typically paid. These are kind of like almost on-campus employment opportunities, either through the program or through other different academic offices. So you still have that eligibility, especially as a graduate level student.
Okay. So is there any opportunity of co-op as well in the master's program?
With co-ops, not so much. It depends on the program that you're looking for. So most of them what you're going to be seeing, of course, is just either on-campus employment or assistantships within the program.
Okay, so is it like we are not for co-ops it is not, we are not eligible, right?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
So co-op is not like compulsory or something which your university offers.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. And one more question, since COVID pandemic, and what is the procedure and plan of your own university on next fall 2022? So is it like online or?
Oh yeah, for on campus. So for this semester, we actually are on campus. So all of our students are here on campus. So for the fall semester, we are still going to be expecting students to be on campus if they're attending an on-campus program.
Okay, and your university is located in Virginia. So what are the opportunities? So if I opt for like computer science masters, so after 2 years, what are the job opportunities in the local, like in Virginia area?
So that will kind of depend on the different concentrations, but of course with this with the computer science program, there's a lot of different opportunities that do kind of range, again, depending on the specifics. Let me see here. So the different employment opportunities, they can either be programmers, analysts, teachers. Of course, if you want to go to the teaching route, there's an opportunity for that, and also information and research scientists. So that's kind of what the different occupations are. But we've had students that have gone on to work with Google, Amazon, IBM, Red Hat, those types of companies.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you so much, Rohit. Moving to next student, I'm going to unmute Sushant Dahil. Sushant, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello, Jonathan sir, Stephen sir.
Yes.
Hello, both of you. Okay, my question is, Sir, besides GRE scores and good GPA, how important research work and work experience matters for receiving assistantship? Could you please explain that?
So with different assistantships, they're really kind of looking for different skill sets. So it depends on the assistantship that you're looking to pursue. So with the different skill sets, that those can come from either specific types of research, different types of courses taken, different types of employment history, different experiences you might have already had within the workforce. That kind of stuff would be considered within the different assistantships.
Another question, sir. Could you please explain about MSc in computational mathematics, about that course?
I'm sorry, but which program was
Could you
it?
please explain about MSc computational mathematics course?
The
Means
math
what GPA we need, what GRE scores are needed to be admitted for that course?
for math?
Could you please explain about that? It's MSc computational mathematics, sir.
Oh, computer science?
Computational mathematics. I'm asking about computational mathematics, sir.
Oh, computational math.
applied mathematics.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, generally they look for around at least a minimum of a 70% for your marks in India. That's a very general average. If it's a bit below that, that's fine as well. But that's probably the average that they're looking for. And then the GRE, what's going to matter most is the analytical score. And they're going to look for at least a minimum of a 150.
Okay, thank you, sir.
It's for most programs in science and math programs. They're going to look for that minimum GRE score. Or the programs that are offering a GRE waiver, they're going to look at your math background. So they're going to look at your marks and the types of math courses that you've taken from your bachelor's degree.
So could you please mention about different opportunities that we receive after completing MSc computational mathematics? I mean to say, what background, what opportunities could we receive after completing graduation in computational mathematics?
Well, I mean, a lot of our students complete the PhD program, and then they go on to teach at U.S. universities here in the U.S. So there's a huge demand for mathematics professors here in the U.S. So I would say the majority of them get hired by other universities to teach, and almost all of our math or computational math students are TAs. Those are teaching assistants. So they're actually teaching our bachelor's or undergraduate students in mathematics. So.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Sushant. I'll move to the next student. The next student I'm going to unmute is Aisha Amiru. Aisha, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello, thank you very much for the opportunity. Hello, Steve, sir.
Yes.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much. Please, I would like to know when the admission will begin for this program.
So the application is open, so students can apply now. If you're looking to apply for the fall semester, so fall 2022, which starts at the end of next year in August, that application deadline will be April 15th. If you are looking for the spring intake, starting in January, that application will be for by October 1st.
Okay. Okay. Do you offer courses in data science for this program too? Data science.
So for this program specifically, data science, it may be one of the courses, I'm not 100% sure, but are you looking to pursue a program, the specific program in data science?
No, not really. But I'm just being concerned if there's a program in data science for this course.
I see. So let me go ahead and check. But with data science, it wouldn't fit too much within the management program. So with the engineering management, it's going to be more of the managerial application within engineering
Okay.
environments. So data science wouldn't really fall in one of these specific.
Okay.
So you're mostly going to be looking at more of like the statistics, managerial, so like kind of the methodology,
Okay.
that kind of courses that you're going to be looking at.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. I would like to know again if there are scholarship opportunity for students from Nigeria.
So again, with graduate level courses, we don't offer scholarships. We offer the possibility of assistantships. Within engineering
Okay.
management, there aren't assistantships available through the program specifically, but there may be assistantships available throughout different academic offices or different programs within the universities. So those are available to all international students.
Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you so much, Aisha, for your questions. Moving to next student, I am going to unmute Vandi Srusti. Vandi, please unmute yourself and ask your question. Vandi, please unmute yourself and ask your question. I think there's some connectivity issue at her end. No problem. I'll move on to the next student. So the next student I'm going to unmute is Venkata Hemant Kumar. Venkata, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, Venkata, please
Am I
ask your
audible?
question. Yes.
So, sir, what is the eligibility of doing MS in computer science?
The eligibility?
Yes, eligibility.
Yes, so what we're going to be looking at, of course, our mark sheets and it will be depending on your mark sheets and then test scores as well. So of course, with the mark sheets, we are looking at a different scope of around the 50 to 59% range. And then with GRE, there again, as Steve mentioned, most of our science base, we are looking for the GREs around like 150 or higher.
Okay. Sir, may I know the fee structure of the computer science? I mean, masters in computer science.
Yes, so all of our programs do follow the similar, actually the same fee structures depending on undergraduate, graduate level programs. So the current fee structure, of course, for tuition and fees is around $25,000 per year, just for the tuition and fees. But the I-20 cost is going to be closer to around $39,000 per year.
Okay.
And then this is a program, computer science, is that it can be completed in about 2 years.
So overall fees, how much can I expect, sir?
Around $39,000 per year.
Okay, $39,000 per year. Sir,
Correct.
can I get any scholarship from this?
For computer science, there are assistantships available. So again, scholarships aren't available at the graduate level. They're offered through assistantships. Assistantships do offer partial or full tuition waivers. So there are opportunities for computer science program students.
Is there any course in data science, sir?
Yes, we do offer the program in data science. Also, courses in data science are offered through the computer science program as well.
Okay, may I know the fees and may I know the fees, sir?
It'll be the same fee structure. So all of our graduate level programs, at least at the master's level, will follow the same fee structure.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Venkata. I will take the last question for today. So the student I'm going to unmute is Purushottam Vigneshwara. Purushottam, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello, sir.
Hello, welcome.
Yeah, sir. Actually, I want to ask a question regarding I am not a good student in my undergraduate. Means I am having only 65% from my undergraduation in the stream computer science. How means after joining your college, how I'm going to improve my skills, sir? I'm not a good student now. I'm not a good score in. I'm not having a good score in undergraduation. Means how will you improve my skills when I join your college? Means
Oh,
for
if
guidance, like guidance.
I see. So if you're admitted into the program, what you might be asking, of course, is how different is it going to be than your undergraduate experience? Typically, what we've noticed with students from our international students, specifically from India, the American education system is a bit different. It is going to be different than what you've experienced now, of course, in the undergraduate level. With the graduate level programs, again, they're a little bit more hands-on. It's a little bit more of the applications. So that's going to be something that you'll be working within your professors fairly closely, depending on the program that you're interested in. So again, that you're going to have a little bit more hands-on guidance in terms of working on projects, working on research, or working within just the coursework itself. And then, of course, with the different resources of either joining organizations, within you'll have the mentor-mentee programs, or whether it'll be more of an academic mentor-mentee program, depending on, again, the program that you're looking to pursue, are different types of resources that might be able to lend the hand in making sure that you're academically successful.
Yes, sir. Means actually in undergraduation I have experience in networking, but I want to take different stream. I want to switch to different stream while I'm pursuing my masters in your. So it is a total different now. Means I don't have any basic foundation, but I have interest towards the different stream. So I want to start that stream. So in that time also I will get a better guidance like this stuff I want to know.
So are you saying that you want to change programs for your master's? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, sir. Actually, I have little bit experience in networking, and now I'm doing a job in networking related, like networking related. I want to switch to cyber security or data science, but I
Yes.
don't have any foundation. Good foundation in that streams.
So that's okay. This program, that program specifically does accept students from other different academic backgrounds. What may happen, depending on the coursework that you've taken during your undergraduate program, you may receive a provisional admission. What that is that you're admitted into the program, but you will need to first take different foundational courses to make sure that you're prepared for the content. You'll be able to take those courses here at ODU, and then once you finish those courses, you will slide right into the academic program. So that is called a provisional admission again. So that is offered through the program, again, depending on the background that you have in the workforce, or the background that you have in your academic experiences.
Okay, sir. Sir, when is the last date for applying spring 2022?
So we recommend students apply by October 1st. Again, if you submit an application after that, that's okay. We just want to make sure that you do have enough time to submit all your documents, and of course, time for the visa interview.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Of course. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Purushottam. And with this, we have come to the end of the session, and I would like to thank Jonathan and Stephen for taking out time today and doing this wonderful presentation for the students and helping them out with their questions. So thank you so much, Jonathan and Stephen. And students, you will be contacted by the Siksha counselors, and whatever queries you have regarding admissions, programs, applications process, they will be able to help you. In case you still want to get in touch with the university representative, you can see their details on your screen. Otherwise, the Siksha counselors will also help you in connecting with them in at further stages if you have problems, if you face any query. So thank you everyone for joining us. And with this, I end the session. And once again, thank you, Jonathan, and thank you, Stephen, for joining us and doing this presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone, and take care.